the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Holy freaking God. Still kind of in a food coma from the time that I spent in Tahoe over the weekend. Man, I don't know if you've ever been to Tahoe before. Funkhouser and I might talk about it a little later on in the show, but whoa, what a town, what a city. Just absolutely one of the most beautiful places on the face of the planet, like the eighth wonder of the world, almost. It's just incredible. But then it's surrounded by all sorts of other rather appealing things, like delicious food like you wouldn't believe. I don't really drink. Well, I don't drink at all. I don't party. I'm not one of those people that uses party as a verb. Do you party? No, I don't party, and I don't even use it as a verb. But party's not a doing word for me. However, oh my gosh, the food in Tahoe, the level of hospitality that town has is pretty much unparalleled, and we'll get into it a little later on in the show. Oh, right now though. Well, I guess this is kind of about Tahoe. It's about taking a moment, isn't it? It's about taking some time for yourself. Now, that sounds self-centered, doesn't it? Do you take time for yourself in the mornings or whenever? Do you have a little portion of your day where you're like, all right, I'm going to do something for me? It doesn't have to be big or involved or what have you. Maybe it's a walk by yourself or with your dog where you get some time with your thoughts in a sort of meditative way. Perhaps it's you come home from work, you play video games. I don't know. Me time is a rather elusive quality in today's society, especially because we're all connected to things that take away from your me time. Being online. Being permanently connected to your phone. You have a free second, zip, out comes the phone. You're scrolling through news feeds on whatever form of social media you want to, and all of a sudden, other people's lives are in your way. And you're not having time for yourself. You're not taking time to just be. And you know why I would stress that this is probably something you should do? Because, look, time for yourself sounds like a selfish thing. It's really not. You get that time for yourself. You get that moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, where you're doing something that is completely self-serving. You're going to be a lot more relaxed about who you are. You're going to have that moment of connectivity with you. Free from all the noise and the intrusions of daily life. And I'm not talking about your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family, your kids, whatever. Those aren't intrusions. Those are the people you love. And those are also partially your responsibilities as well. Well, they are your responsibilities if they're kids. And they're your responsibility if it's a spouse that you promise to help look after. You look after each other. But you still need to take that moment for yourself, that me time, that moment to connect to you. And it's not easy to come by. And it's not easy to ask for if you're in a relationship where you're like, hey, I know the kid just threw up and the dishes need doing and all this sort of stuff, but I need some time to connect to myself, for me. On the surface, and you want to pick your moments, obviously, on the surface that sounds selfish. But in reality, if you get that moment to connect to yourself, to just be yourself, spend some time with you, you are going to be a lot cooler with yourself than you would if you were constantly running and gunning and letting yourself get used up by the world around you. You're going to be that much cooler to yourself. You're going to know yourself. You're going to have knowledge of self. You're going to be self-aware. And we live in a society that is so selfish and narcissistic and self-centered that it's natural, when you think of someone spending time with themselves or someone being self-centered or doing something for themselves, you immediately go, oh, Kardashian, ugh. That's obviously a bad way to be. I need to be pious, self-righteous, and do things for others. Yeah, all that's great. And yeah, you're right. We do live in an absolutely self-centered, narcissistic society where people probably spend too much time involved with themselves. But I'm not talking about posting selfies to Instagram. I'm talking about really, truly taking a moment of quiet to do something for you, to reconnect with yourself, to make sure that you don't lose yourself in this world of noise, in this world of having to move 110 miles an hour just to get by, just to eat, just to live, thrive, and survive, and be able to provide for your husband, girlfriend, wife, kids, spouse, whatever. Take some time for yourself. Connect with yourself in some way. Could be a book. Could be just sitting there. Could be video games. I don't know. I do know this, though. When you're self-aware, you're going to be that much cooler with yourself. And when you're cool with yourself, you're cooler to the people around you. The more okay, the more accepting, the more happy and at home you are in your own skin, the better you're going to be to the people that matter the most. So take some time for yourself. Take some time to be yourself and reconnect with who you are. I promise you, in this world where life is moving at 1,000,000 miles and we are constantly suffering intrusion. Most of it self-inflicted through our phone. Putting that stuff down and taking a moment for you will 100% improve the quality of life for the people around you. We are bombarded on all sides by a vast number of messages that we don't want or we don't need. More information is generated in a single day than we can absorb in a lifetime. To fully enjoy life, all of us must first find our own breathing space and peace of mind. James Faust.
Haven't had much go right in a while. Haven't had much of a reason to smile. Haven't had many things go my way. Haven't had many sunny days. Haven't had many things go right. But I've had so many sleepless nights. Nothing ever seems like it will be half of what I hoped it would be. So just this one time, please let things go my way. So just this one time, please let it be a better day. So just this one time, please don't let anything go wrong. So just this one time, please let me sing a happy song. Never wanna get my hopes up high, and I can't fail if I don't try. So I won't get up and I'll stay inside. Things are so much better when I hide, and it's so much easier in this place, 'cause it keeps me here and it keeps me safe. But if I get up and try again, it would be so nice just once to win. So just this one time, please let things go my way. So just this one time, please let it be a better day. So just this one time, please don't let anything go wrong. So just this one time, please let me sing a happy song. If I get up again, it would be so nice just once to win. Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving you a musical savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving you a musical savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Hey, you, what's that sound? I'm coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all.
Today in the show, we'll discuss the world of political correctness. The internet has reared back and smacked Louis C.K. in the face, and you know what? Louis C.K. probably doesn't care because, well, he's not on Twitter. He's kind of removed himself from the equation. But he did something. He did some bits on SNL over the weekend that, if you've ever been to one of his shows, you know that it's hardly, well, the stuff that he did on SNL that has the internet in such an outrage that has the general populace so outraged, that has the PC police going after him like you wouldn't believe. The stuff that he did on SNL is absolutely nothing compared to what he does in most of his stand-up shows, in most of his stand-up specials. It's not like this is new information that Louis C.K. pushes the envelope. It's not new information that Louis C.K. finds the funny in situations that are desperately unfunny. It's not news that Louis C.K. helps people come through pain when dealing with these serious issues by finding something to laugh at in some of the most gruesome situations possible. But because he did it on network television, people are displeased. And we'll discuss the hypocrisy of the politically correct world going after him in this way in just a little bit. Right now, though, Funkhouser, let's take a look at what's going on in the world in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair. Certainly not balanced. What's going on in the world, and how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Things are good. It is another Monday.
I'm still full from the weekend.
You don't have jet lag from... Did you take a plane to Tahoe?
I planed it to Tahoe, yeah.
Did you plane to Reno and then had to go from Reno to Tahoe, or...
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy. You know, you go to Reno, you get on the shuttle, it takes about 45 minutes or something. Truckee. What's Truckee?
I think Truckee's in between Reno and Tahoe. It's that.
Oh, that's the name of a town?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's beautiful. It's the whole ride was beautiful. There's so much to look at. Like, there really is something special, unique, and different about the American West. It doesn't look like anything else in the world, and it's awesome to drive through some of that on the way to what I consider to be the 8th. Oh, excuse me, still full. Yeah,
that must be the surf and turf from yesterday.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I liked you becoming a complete girl and taking pictures of your food. I loved it.
Well, you know the reason the reason you're so taken aback by the fact that I Instagrammed every single meal that I ate in Tahoe is because, why? Because, well, we've been, following each other on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for quite some time now. Have you ever really seen me be a perpetual Instagrammer of food?
Not really a foodie.
No. Well, I am a foodie, but I just find that look what I'm eating thing. Like,
you're not a foodie documenter.
Yeah. It's just like getting my belly. Like, it's not my thing at all. But the food in Tahoe was so next level. Like, it was so unbelievably delicious. And this girl Jen, who does like PR for Tahoe, really, and like I feel like an absolute heel talking about this because. Well, all right, there's this thing in radio where, like, the hallmark of a lousy radio personality is that they go do something awesome, and then they spend, like, their show talking about, oh, my God, it was so unbelievably awesome. And it's just like, shut up, jerk. I'm here at work. I don't want to hear about the incredible weekend. Whatever. It's lousy radio personalities brag about their experiences. And I want to make it very clear that I'm not bragging. I was just so taken aback by how amazing Tahoe is that I was like, God, this, I never Instagram food, but this is insane. I never, sort of go on vacation and take pictures of, like, look where I am. But this is truly, truly insane. It was incredible. And this awesome girl Jen that does PR sort of like for Tahoe as a whole kind of set it up for me to go. I was like, what's to do? What's good? Like, I'm not a drinker, I'm not a partier, I gamble a little, but really, I want to see outdoors, but I'm not, a hiking, biking, hardcore Call of the Wild man outdoors type of individual. I want outdoors light. And she was like totally cool, and I think they'll do this for anyone, and I don't think it really costs anything, where they just go, all right, you want to try this hiking trail, you want to try this sort of like bike path, and and it was so cool because it was like outdoors light. It wasn't physically demanding. I didn't feel like I had to roll up my sleeves and wear rubber boots or do anything that was uncomfortable for me in terms of the fact that I'm one of the last great true indoorsman. But it was so cool. Tahoe's really an amazing, I don't think there's anything like it on the face of the planet.
That was your first time?
First time, never seen it before. It was actually on my bucket list because I just heard everybody go like, oh God, it's amazing. And it really is just so beautiful, and the lake there.
Did you dip your toes in the lake?
I did not dip my toes in the lake. I went out in the lake, took a little sort of like cruise across the lake, and I wanted to reach down and drink some of it because apparently, well, it's the second purest existing body of water on the Earth. I think the first is somewhere in Russia.